Ernie Ramirez here again, and I have Mr. Joe Baca from the city of San Bernardino, born and raised, and he is here putting on his annual Joe Baca Foundation Camp and Baseball Sports Clinic. So I wanted to take time to thank you, and I wanted to have you say a little bit to our audience, however small they may be. But thanks for coming, and thanks for putting on this wonderful event for us.
Well, thank you very much, Ernie, for continuing to volunteer. You've been a volunteer since we started this clinic. We started it 20 years ago, and the clinic really is about providing assistance to a lot of the young kids that probably would never have an opportunity to participate in clinics like this, because a lot of them can't afford to send their kids to a baseball clinic. And I want to thank Joe Baca Jr. because he's the one that originally started it 20 years ago. And since then, we have been providing assistance to a lot of the kids throughout the Inland Empire that have an opportunity to learn a lot of the basic skills and fundamentals of baseball that become very important. It's something that has to be repeated. I mean, even if you're a young kid now or you're a professional, you continue to repeat those kind of skills. But learning those skills, and then these kids for the very first time probably are able to step into a professional baseball field. Even though this is a minor league field, it's still a professional baseball field. And the kids have an opportunity to learn and grow and experience and meet some of the professional baseball players that have come out here volunteering their time. This is all free to a lot of them that learn a lot of the basic skills. Not only do we provide the training, but we also give a lot of the kids a t-shirt that they come. We also provide a free lunch for a lot of the kids that are out here. And can you imagine, where can you go to a clinic and not have to pay $400 to $500 and still get the kind of same basic skills that are provided at other clinics?
Yeah.
Ernie, you do that to a lot of them because of your personal experience in playing baseball. My personal experience in playing baseball, I still love the game. And I played it when I was in high school. I played it when I was in college. And of course, I ended up playing it as a United States Congressman. Mm-hmm. So you never stop playing baseball if you really like it. And in September of this year, I was inducted into the Congressional Baseball Hall of Fame because I was a pitcher. So now, I've always wanted my own card. So now I've got my own baseball card.
Yeah.
And being a Hall of Famer. So now I was with Darrell Evans in Washington, D.C. in September. And
right.
He was telling me, well, Joe, I played in the World Series and I got a ring. So he showed me his little ring, that he got. And I said, well, that's fantastic, Darrell Evans, that you played and because he played with Detroit.
Right.
And he won. And I said, that's great. So he was trying to tease me and brag about what he had done. So then I says, Darrell, have you ever made the Hall of Fame? He said, no. Well, I said, you know what? I'm being inducted tomorrow into the Congressional Baseball Hall of Fame. Rubbed it into
them. Hey, I can tell you there's a lot of people out here that's a dream of theirs to have both a baseball card and Hall of Fame is one of those aspirations that most people don't even think about. But the baseball card is huge. And I remember this is the 20th year, I believe,
right,
said, right?
Year.
And I think I missed the very first one, but I started when we were at Rialto Eastern, which was kind of cool for me because that's where Joe and I met, and that's where you coached there, I believe, too. So that was fun going back. And since then, we've been out here, and you're right, we've had a lot of pros. Lucas Duda's been out. We've had Mike Jones, Daniel Carroll, Shane Martirosian, Jay Johnstone, rest in peace. I remember he used to come out. He was always fun. Darryl Thomas was out all the time.
Tommy Davis.
We did. We also had a few other local players that came out quite a bit that were part of the camp when they were kids, and then they came out when they made it to the professional level. So it's always a good time, and 20 years is a long time to be able to put everything on.
Yeah. But really Ernie, the most important thing is, like you mentioned, some of these individuals that went through the training area actually ended up becoming professional baseball players, or went into the minors, whether it was single A, double A, or triple A ball.
Yeah.
That went through this clinic. So it's an opportunity for them to learn a lot of their basic skills that are important in life and that are repeated. It's not just about what you do in baseball, it's also repeated in education.
Yeah.
Education, it's about reading, writing, arithmetic, computation, and listening. Learning those basic skills are the same skills that you have to learn in baseball, but they're different in terms of, how to feel, how to throw, how to run the bases, what to do in certain situations. And I think you're teaching a lot of these kids those basic skills, and that's important. If they can begin to learn them now and then repeat them over and over, they're going to become a lot better players, or
Yeah.
they're going to become better persons
Yeah.
too, as well in
Right.
our society.
And that's huge. What's also cool, I think, is that now we've kind of started including the local high schools. And I remember when I was playing, that was always a big deal. When the coaches from the high school would come down to the little leagues, or the coaches from Valley College would come down to the little leagues and work with us. And so now that we have all these different high schools represented, Eisenhower, Bloomington, Indian Springs, all these coaches bringing their players out to work with the younger players. That's great. I think that's great. So,
Oh, it's a positive image. That's why when I talk about Joe Baca Jr., I mean, he played at Valley College, and then he played at Cal State, San Bernardino, and went on to play in the World Series.
Mhm.
I mean, God, who
Yeah.
gets a chance to do
Yeah.
that? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a dream that a lot of us did. I know my team never made it to the World Series,
Yeah.
but he was in a team that actually was good enough to get to the World Series and play baseball.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of Joe Baca
Yeah.
Jr. for doing this.
Yeah. It's great that
And bringing you and others that are involved in this journey.
Yeah. It's great that we still put this on, and it's great that it's here in San Bernardino, and the Angels still let us use the field.
That's great.
All right.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir. Appreciate it. Thanks
All right.
again.
Thank you.